with Malucky Day, Zillionaire, Unusual Suspect, and Ethiopia's a distant last in the Melbourne Cup.
First off, Brett, this is must be a dream come true, certainly for you.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's it's my first time, and it's it's a prestige race, and it's emotional to win it, and it's a great thrill.
Lloyd's obviously given you great support in racing. It must be enormously thrilling to reward a great racing family.
Exactly, he's very passionate about it. He wants to win this race as many times as possible, and he's won it 4 now, and we wish him more success in the future, because I'm sure he's not going to stop now.
Had about 5 hours to reflect on the win. How do you feel? As excited as you were when you crossed the line?
Yeah, well, actually, it's so real. I think it's going to probably last for until the next year, and someone else wins it and takes it off me. So, I think I'm going to really enjoy it and appreciate the whole thing.
It's been a bit of a whirlwind 72 hours. I think you rode 3 winners on Saturday night, didn't you?
Yeah, I just got my confidence up and come down here with my tail up and did what the boss wanted me to do.
You mentioned today that at about the 1100 metre mark you thought you had the horse to win it. Tactically, you rode a great race.
Yeah, we were very fortunate, obviously, to draw probably barrier 5, which is it's a great barrier. Lloyd's other horse ended up giving me a lovely cut into the race. I peeled off his back, and from the 450, I thought it would take a very, very good horse to run him down, especially with the weight he had. He only had 53.5, and the tempo of the race was not too fast. So the way my bride can sprint home, it was mathematically nearly impossible for them to pick him up.
And just in terms of the improvement since the Cox Plate, what do you put that down to? A bit of a master training on the part of these guys? Yeah,
well, obviously Lloyd's taken him home and patched him up with TLC. So, but in saying that, I think he had a horrid run in the Cox Plate. It was an absolute forgive, and he was looking for obviously longer. So, you've got to take all those variables into it. And I think that he's going to a trip that was more suitable, where he could travel better and show his explosive centre foot.
And just finally, is there any other words you'd like to add, or anyone you'd like to thank, or anything like that?
Yeah, obviously my mother and my father, if you're still here, and there's plenty of people, but I thank Lloyd Williams for giving me the opportunity, because without him, I wouldn't be holding the Melbourne Cup.
Well, you must have been very happy with the ride.
It's probably one of the best Cup rides you'd see. It's perfectly ridden. We discussed the race yesterday, and he rode it as if it was a computer printout.
Were you always confident, Lloyd, that he had the goods to win?
I think we've always had a good opinion of him. We had a good opinion on him since the autumn. Last spring he had a virus. He ran second in the Caulfield Cup. He had a virus, and so we put him away, gave him 1-1 in the autumn, and took him along with the Melbourne Cup in mind.
Nick did a great job, obviously representing the family today. Lloyd, could you just give us a description of what you were doing at home when it crossed the line?
I was at Macedon, and I stayed at Macedon because I wanted to put the horses on the float this morning and wanted to be there when they came back. So I was just watching the television like probably millions of other people. Pretty pleased with the way Bretty was riding it, so I was pretty happy.
There's an interesting bit of history. I understand that in one of your last Melbourne Cup wins, Prince Charles was in fact there to give you the trophy.
Yeah, 27 years ago. The last time he was here, he gave me the Melbourne Cup. Warren Euston's in 85.
I'm guilty of it as well, Lloyd, in terms of pumping up the internationals. The media do a pretty good job of that. Were you confident that the Australian horses had what it took to match them?
The Australian horses got what?
Were you confident the Australian horses had what it took to match the internationals?
Well, I'm fiercely Australian. The thing that I think that it's a great race now because it's internationalised, and going back to the first one I won in '81, it was the Melbourne Handicap. Today it's an international race, seen all around the world, but it's great for an Australian to be able to beat the internationals, and that's what we're out there to do.
And just finally, you only have to look at Macedon Lodge to look at the support that you give to the industry. It obviously supports a lot of jobs, and it's a huge investment. You must be enormously proud.
Oh yeah, but we've got a great team at Macedon Lodge. We've got Rob Hickmont, Jason Chandler, who looked after this horse. He's done a wonderful job with it. One of the things that you don't win premierships without great teams, do you? And I'm very fortunate having a great team.
And it would be remiss of me not to ask, will you be back next year?
I don't know whether he'll be back for the Cup, but he'll be back for something. We might run him in the autumn in the Australian Cup, but he'd have a light autumn, I would think.
Have you got a few more in the yard that you think might be appropriate for next year?
We've got a lot of horses, but you live in hopes with horses.
Well, thanks for helping us out. Good luck. Cheers.
Okay,
thanks very much.